Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and before this video starts, I want to say shout out to my latest Patreon subscriber, Cobra Mist. Thank you so much for the monetary support. It really does mean a lot, and as always, guys, if you guys are interested in supporting the channel in a monetary way, the link to my Patreon is always down in the description below of this video. Again, thank you so much, Cobra Mist, for supporting the channel. Greatly appreciated, and for everybody else, I hope you guys all enjoy the video. Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video we are going to be previewing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Week 6 matchup versus the Carolina Panthers. So without further ado, guys, let's talk about it. We're going to waste no time here. This is probably going to be a relatively short video considering the game is literally less than 12 hours away. I apologize for that. I've had a very busy week, but let's start off by talking about this. McCoy Revenge Part 2. How is Gerald McCoy going to do in this game in Week 2 in the first matchup of the revenge game and whatnot? McCoy was held pretty much in check, all things considered, and now this is the second time out of 2 times that Gerald McCoy is going to have a chance to get revenge on his old team. Sue took old number 93, Gerald McCoy. He's not mad about it anymore. He's still going to retire a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. I think that's awesome. I think that is wonderful, but fact still remains, Gerald McCoy, he's on the division rival right now. You always want to see a victory here. So, hopefully McCoy doesn't get his revenge here. That'd be pretty nice. I love you, Gerald McCoy, but, we still want to win here. So, hopefully, Gerald McCoy is kept in check yet again. The Buccaneers can still maintain, holding him down and whatnot, and he won't be able to wreak that much havoc in London. Speaking of London, that's the next segue here, is that this game is going to be played in London. It takes away one of the Buccaneers' home games. That sucks. We all know it sucks. There's nothing we can do about it. Thankfully, they probably won't be playing in London next year, so that's always good. It is a 9:30 a.m. game, so for all of you guys who are still up right now, go to bed. I'm going to be going to bed as soon as this video pretty much finishes uploading, and then I'm gone. So, I'll be ready in the morning. I'm going to be getting up around 9 a.m., getting everything set up here on my end, so I can still have my reaction live streams for all of you guys. But yeah, 9:30 a.m., guys, do not forget that. If you wake up earlier in the morning, you will miss a big chunk of the game. So wake up early, get ready, get some coffee, get your Bucs gear on, and get ready to watch your Sunday morning Bucs football. There you go. So yeah, stay tuned for that. 9:30 a.m. Wake up on time. And the last thing I want to talk about here is 2 young rookies are returning to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Devon White and Jamel Deane. That's awesome. You love to see it. You definitely love to see it. Devon White, Jamel Deane, they're going to be huge additions to this Buccaneers defense. Always happy to see them. It's always a good thing to see. Devon White, the guy's just a phenomenal athlete. Very, very, very special kind of talent. There was a reason the Buccaneers took him with the 5th overall pick. Very excited to have him back. He was out for a couple of games with a knee injury, and then in the case of Jamel Deane, he was also dealing with some injuries of his own. And it'll be interesting to see what the Buccaneers do with Jamel Deane and just the secondary as a whole when he comes back. You have Vernon Hargreaves III, who, in my opinion, has been struggling. I've seen the opinions of others say, well, he hasn't really been struggling that much in actuality. I'm not a great expert of, what positions players should be in, and I will admit that every single time. I'm not a very great expert here, okay? I'm just a fan at the end of the day, but in my opinion, especially last game, Vernon Hargreaves struggled against Michael Thomas. They missed Carlton Davis when he got ejected from the game, and now they're getting another big physical cornerback with Jamel Deane returning from injury. So you're going to have Jamel Deane, you're going to have Carlton Davis. Both of these guys are very prototypical of what Todd Bowles and Bruce Arians like in their secondary, and that's big physical kind of guys. I know people have been bashing Carlton Davis for being too physical and handsy and whatnot. I would disagree. I think that's a lot of what the coaching staff wants. They want big, physical, handsy kind of guys. Is it going to draw some flags? Yeah, but I said it before, I'll say it again. The referees have really sucked this year, so I think that not all the flags are Carlton Davis's fault. At the end of the day, I think that it's really been 50-50, all things considered. So Jamel Deane, him returning, pairing him up with Carlton Davis, it's going to be nice. I don't think that it's going to be the be-all, end-all answer, and I will talk about a certain situation that could happen later on at the end of this video. You guys can see it in the title, but Definitely keep an eye on some of these things moving forward. Jamel Deane returning, how he does. Devon White returning, and how he does in this upcoming game versus the Carolina Panthers. Finally, last thing I want to talk about is Christian McCaffrey. Can the Buccaneers contain him again? They did it in week 2. Can they do it again now in week 6? I would say yes, although it is going to be harder. They were dealing with a really banged up Cam Newton in week 2. The guy just looked completely out of it. Since then, he has taken some time off. I have no idea what's going to happen with that situation, but in Cam Newton's place, you have Kyle Allen, and he's looked decent so far. And here's the story with Buccaneers playing backup quarterbacks and rookie quarterbacks. We always make them look like all-stars. I don't know what it is, but we always seem to do that, regardless of who's on the coaching staff and regardless of what players are out there. It just always seems to happen. So Kyle Allen is in now for Cam Newton. That means that they are going to try and rely on Christian McCaffrey even more, and I would think that the Buccaneers coaching staff are going to say, well, they don't have Cam Newton in. One, that takes away a big threat of a mobile quarterback, something the Buccaneers have struggled with in the past. But two, maybe if we contain Christian McCaffrey and try and make Kyle Allen throw the ball, we might have a better shot of winning the game. And I completely agree with that. Keep an eye on how well the Buccaneers contain Christian McCaffrey. You know the Carolina Panthers are going to do every single thing in their power to try and make sure that Christian McCaffrey gets the openings and gets the opportunities he needs to go out there and be amazing. So keep an eye on this. The Buccaneers run defense, still one of the best in the league. Their pass defense, not so much, but I would say that they've done a pretty decent job of containing the receiving running backs that they've faced so far this year. Alvin Kamara, I think, had the biggest game out of all of them, but containing Todd Gurley, containing Christian McCaffrey at one point in week 2, they did a very phenomenal job of that, and just really, containing guys like Saquon Barkley, among others. They've just done a really good job of containing running backs. The Carolina Panthers offense pretty much runs through their running back entirely, so I feel like if the Buccaneers contain Christian McCaffrey in this game, they will have a really, really good shot of winning the game. Finally, guys, the last thing I want to talk about here is a bit of a rumor. Now, I'll probably put up the tweet here, right over here, but I'm going to go ahead and read it from my community tab that I posted it on. It basically reads as this. This is from the Bleacher Report Gridiron on Twitter, and the tweet goes as follows. Could O.J. Howard be on the move? Potential trade involving the Buccaneers tight end is one of the hottest rumors among scouts, per Matt Miller on Twitter. And Matt Miller's a really big scout guy. He's a really big college football guy. He's just a big general NFL guy. He really doesn't say stuff like this lightly, so there might be some validity to it there. What do you guys think about this? I personally would not... don't trade O.J. Howard. That's my opinion. Do not trade O.J. Howard. When I saw this tweet, when it was made, I went, are they being serious right now? And I could understand why it might be a hot rumor among scouts, considering the situation with O.J. Howard these past few weeks of, just not getting the ball rolling in terms of giving him the ball a whole lot. I can understand why, people might just start making rumors out of thin air, but I don't think there's a whole heck of a lot of validity to it. The only scenario where I could potentially see O.J. Howard getting traded by the trade deadline of week 8 is if they traded him to the Arizona Cardinals and maybe something else for Patrick Peterson. That is the only thing I could see happening as to where the Buccaneers would trade O.J. Howard. Besides that, no, I don't think so at all. He's built some chemistry with Jameis Winston. He's still one of the best young tight ends in the league, and I think that he can end up being the best tight end in the league now that Rob Gronkowski is gone, and I wouldn't trade him. Bucs media, especially in the past, shout out to Trevor Sikkema on Twitter, he said that O.J. Howard should be one of the more untouchable players, if not the most untouchable players on this Buccaneers roster because of what he adds as a tight end position. He's one of the best chess pieces, essentially, on this Buccaneers team. I agree with that. I think that O.J. Howard, what he offers to this team, not just as a receiving tight end, but just as a complete package, is too valuable to give up. But, you never know. Let me know what you guys think about that potential trade down in the comments section below. And what do you think about O.J. Howard potentially getting traded? Are you for it? Are you against it? Me, personally, I'm against it. Don't trade O.J. Howard. The guy is way too valuable, in my opinion. But I will also say if there was a scenario where I could possibly see O.J. Howard getting traded, it would be to get Patrick Peterson from Arizona. But let me know what you think about all that down in the comments section below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. But guys, until the next video or the next live stream, I'll see you guys in the next one. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.